Let's color analyze this client together. Here's a picture of her in current day with her natural hair color. Here's one of the historical pictures she supplied with her natural hair color. And here's another one around the age of 20 with her natural hair color. Here's a close-up view of her eyes. Looking at what you've seen so far, are there a couple seasons or one season that you can rule out? I can rule out winter by looking at her historical pictures. She doesn't easily show winter home season qualities to me, and it's a bit more difficult to see summer qualities to her as well. I don't get this smoky feel to her coloring. And even in looking at this picture, I'm finding her top in this picture, the sweater and the black top, being overwhelming to her coloring and disconnecting to her coloring, meaning you're more inclined to look at the colors before her, which speaks to them not being optimal. Now let's move on to step one of color analysis, which is looking at cool versus warm on somebody. And so here's a cool gray versus a warm brown. In yesterday's video, I showed you an analysis of myself and what to look for. And so just drawing on that material I shared with you, which one are you more inclined to see, like the face pulled back and the color behind, and like the face more like 3D? And which one are you more inclined to look at her eyes and the jawline becomes secondary? I see that happening over here. Over here, jawline's heavy, the color is swallowing her up. The jawline is more lifted over here. Her skin isn't as smooth over here as it is over here. And there's this brightness happening to her coloring over here that is not happening over here. There's another look at cool versus warm. And again, this side is the winner. You can pause this to review in detail, but you're more inclined to focus on her eyes here, and the jawline becomes secondary. Jawline is heavy over here. Color swallowing up, they're shadowing to her skin. Her skin is brighter and more smoother over here. And you can pause this slide to do the cool versus warm check again. Here's cool, warm. So that's a look at 3 of the 5 cool versus warm color comparisons. And in step 1 of her virtual color analysis results, she leans warm. Now here's a look at step 2 of color analysis, where the home seasons are looked at. True winter is on the top left, true summer is on the top right, true spring is on the bottom left, and true autumn is on the bottom right. And which one is more 3D? Which one is her skin bright, smooth, lifted? Which one is her jawline more lifted? Which one are you more inclined to focus on her eyes and the jawline becomes secondary? And I see that happening here. And so I said in my video yesterday that in step 2 of color analysis, I usually break out all 4 home seasons just to validate my cool versus warm in step 1. And so the focus on this slide should be the bottom 2, which is spring and autumn. And the spring being the winner here also helps to confirm that she leans warm. Here's another comparison set of the 4 seasons, and the spring is the winner. And again, I'm only sharing with you a subset of the colors that are used. Many more colors are compared during an actual color analysis. Here's a look at the flows of spring. True spring top left, warm spring top right, bright spring bottom right, and light spring bottom left. And true spring is the winner. The closer call is with the warm spring, but again, there's this heaviness at the jawline, the color slightly swallowing her up. You're more inclined to focus on her eyes against the true spring, and her skin is bright, her jawline's lifted. That's the harmony we're looking for. And again, if you're having trouble seeing this, think, where does she appear more 3D against the color, which speaks to the color not overwhelming her. In April 2024, this client received a result of true spring, and we heard back from her in November 2024 with her update. Here's one of the before pictures she supplied, and I love that her seats in her car actually are aligned with her True Spring palette. Here's one of the after pictures she supplied, totally glowing in her True Spring colors. And here's her in a fantastic cinnamon color in her spring palette. She's having so much fun with her True Spring colors. I'm filled with appreciation for you sharing your update with all of us and also granting me permission to share your materials for the upcoming AICI Global Conference presentation. I'm filled with appreciation for you. Yay, True Spring! On my Instagram yesterday, I shared with my audience on there this picture and shared a bit about what happens behind the scenes that makes up the 30 business days of our current turnaround time to get you your color analysis results. One of the many things that happens behind the scenes is, I'm not sure if you know this, but I color analyze everybody who flows through our color analysis process twice. And I complete a first color analysis on that person on one day, and I do a full second color analysis on that person on a different day to make sure I'm seeing the same thing, because eyes can get tired, and I have found you perhaps see things differently on relooks. And so always with my service, quality of results sent are always a priority to me and have always been a priority to me. And so I do everything within my ability and to the best of my abilities to ensure quality assurance. And this is one of the things I do, meaning color analyze everybody twice who sign up for my service. And so this holding status really is referring to I've color analyze the person once and they're waiting for their second color analysis by me to be done on a different day. And once that second color analysis is done and I have a level of comfort, that is when the result is actually sent to the client. So let me know if you enjoy seeing this behind the scenes information too on how I operate my process for color analysis clients. I will definitely produce more if you're interested. Have a wonderful day.